Hello everybody and welcome back for some more Heroes of the Storm action. I am SunGlare, the Italian gamer, and I am not dead! You can see by the fact that I'm talking to you, I'm not dead. I've been very busy this past week. Actually weeks, to be honest. Been working on a lot of side projects for the channel, been working on real-life projects for myself. I will not bore you with the details, but before going into today's game, I want to make sure you cannot hear the fun that's going on in the background. If you don't know, I live in Sicily, in Italy, and here we have like 45 degrees today, and in order to record with at least acceptable quality, I need to shut down my door, my window, I need to shut the whole room down, because if I don't, you'll be hearing cars, ambulances, my cat, which is a really sweetheart, but he can be, you know, talkative at times. Anyway, with that said, I need that fun. Now, the fact that I didn't play much these past 2 weeks because I was very busy made me sad, so I wanted to come back and play some more. Don't worry about Science of the Storm, it will come back this weekend. We are going to be doing some more tests this Friday. If you want, by the way, you can type in join SunGlare to join my chat channel in-game. You just have to do /join... I cannot type today, SunGlare, and you can join my chat channel. I've been doing a couple of fun games with some of you viewer guys, but anyway, if you want you can join there and we can play together. I am online almost every night. These past few days have been, as I said, kind of busy, but we can still work out something. Anyway, let's go straight for Zeebo. What does he do? He throws spiders. We see that inside the game. Let's go.
I hear the call.
Also, it looks like he has a floppy dick. And we have landed on the Dragonshire, the map with the dragon. Funnily enough, it is a very good map for the Zeebo plays we are going to showcase. At level 1 we pick up Death Ritual. This did not change from any... Is there a goblin? Yeah. This did not change from any Zeebo build, previous Zeebo builds, so you still pick up Death Ritual. Every time we kill a minion or a mercenary, we gain a permanent health, only a minion actually, a permanent health and mana bonus, so you have to kinda last it, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I didn't take a look at our friendly team. Nova, myself as Zeebo, Arthas, Zeratul and the Butcher. We have a double roamer, plus the Butcher, which is also a very strong ganker, so our lanes will not be the strongest. Zeebo can hold just fine, the Butcher can kinda hold, looks like the enemy team has an Abathur, and Kel'Thas, which we already are hitting with our spiders. Talking about the enemy team, Abathur, Zeratul, Kel'Thas, Tyrael, and Sergeant Hammer, they have actually a weird team. Sergeant Hammer and Kel'Thas are two main targets for a roaming duo, so this is also very good. Also, both Kel'Thas and Sergeant Hammer suffer a lot against Zeebo, because when I throw my spiders, you can see they will stick to their targets to the end of times. They cannot target them, they cannot CC them, they will just stand there and chase them to the ends of the earth. It looks like this Kel'Thas is trying to outpush me, so I'm forced to use my zombie wall. Let's throw some spiders onto him and force him to back a little bit. This build, as I said, is going to be focused totally around spiders, and the best thing about these spiders is that they don't do too much damage, at least burst damage, but over time it adds up like a lot. You can see Kel'Thas is already being scared also because they apply my passive, which I didn't talk about yet. My passive is called Voodoo Ritual. It's the ability we took a talent for at level 1. Let's wall this guy in and shoot things at him. I might die here because I played this very poorly, and he had Abathur help, but it's not a big deal. At the start of the game, respawn timers are very short. He picks up the bottom shrine, but we managed to get a hold of the top shrine, so it's not a big deal, as I said. As I was saying, my trait makes it so every time I hit an enemy with an ability or a basic attack, they will take additional, what is it, 32 damage over 4 seconds. Might not seem like much, but it adds up over time. If you consider especially that I can proc it with my spiders from a very safe distance, and my zombie wall and my frogs, it's going to add up very quickly. And the talent I picked up at level 1 makes it so that every time a minion dies under the effect of my passive, you can see where they have this little bit, I don't know if you can see it, they have a little bit of their, I need to be more careful, Jesus, my reaction times are going down the drain with this non-playing thing. Every time I kill an enemy, are you here? No, you're not here. Let's throw some spiders because you are probably here. Anyway, at level 4 we pick up Spider Cluster. This will spawn additional spiders. Let's throw more frogs. I want to play this correctly, which will be zombie walling this and trying to kite his spells to the best of my capabilities and let my spiders do their work. You can see that if played correctly, this build has a lot of bullying potential, but since I cannot play this build correctly, I'm actually doing very poorly. I don't know where this Kalthas is. Can I wall him in? No, because I will never ever land a wall to save my life, but I can still harass him with all the spiders. Looks like with the top hat of Abathur, he's feeling confident to come in here, but he's out of mana, so I can actually just bully him out once again. I think he already tapped the fountain. I am only at 20 stacks of my passive. I didn't talk about my abilities because I am a good commentator, didn't you know that? Looks like the enemy Tyrael got jumped right down here. He could have killed me if he wanted to, but he didn't want to apparently. Let's throw more spiders onto the enemy Kalthas. My Q ability is this spider thingy. I throw a jar. I don't know where he keeps this big supply of jars in his loincloth, because he is running around in a loincloth. But anyway, I don't wanna know. We throw a jar with spiders inside. They will spawn spiders. They will stick to the first thing they can hit and do damage over time. We will take a lot of talents to improve their combat potential, such as the talent we picked up at level 4 that lets me spawn 2 additional spiders. Looks like Arthas is coming in for a gank. Can we wall in these enemy Kalthas? We cannot land the wall, but Arthas can land the roots. This is a dead Kalthas, no matter what he does. Go, my little spiders! Don't attack the fountain, attack the Kalthas. Looks like this enemy Tyrael wants the blood of our friendly Arthas, and looks like with the help of the Abathur rat, he can definitely do that. I was trying to land my zombie wall to cut his chasing potential, but I was not able to do so. At level 7 we pick up Gibbean. It makes it so all our abilities are empowered. You cannot kill me yet. You don't have ultimate, you can force me out, but you cannot kill me. As I was saying, my Q is corpse spiders. I throw these jars, spawn spiders, and they do their thing. My W is zombie wall. I go aye and spawn these zombie walls that will trap anyone inside, or I can use it to close off an area. Looks like Arthas went down bot to soak up that experience. Good play by him. That means I can have a shorter route to go down into middle lane and soak that experience there. My E ability is Plague of Toads. I will send out some exploding toads, which always makes me wonder where Pita is when these things are concerned. Also, if you ever played Diablo 3, there's a spell that lets you makes you rain toads down from the sky. This Zeratul is in trouble. If our Zeratul can do something about it, he's going to slow him. I'm going to throw my spiders. They are going for their victim, but they get distracted by the minions. So yes, throwing down toads, exploding toads on enemies looks kind of cruel to me, and warranting of, you know, animal rights protectors or whatever. But hey, it's a voodoo guy, so I guess it's fitting for the theme of Zeebo. Looks like we managed to get up a kill down in the bottom lane. Kalthas is biting the dust. Up in the top lane, the Sergeant Hammer is going to get ganked both by me and Nova, and the Butcher is here. If the Butcher charges this Sergeant Hammer, we can definitely do some damage. I am going to zombie wall right here to stop his escape for as long as I can, but I should have placed it in front of the gate. I suck at this game. I suck at Zeebo. Zeebo is one of those characters that it's very easy to play but very hard to master. Once you can land your zombie walls, you are going to become a god at Zeebo. You become a Nazigod. Godibo? Godibo? Nazigod? Nazigod sounds better. Godibo sounds nasty. Anyway, looks like we get a hold of both shrines. This means that I can maybe take this. Kalthas is here. I'm going to die actually. If I'm not careful, will the thing done? I will not die, but I will get very low. At level 10, we pick up the Gargantuan. Since the nerfs to Ravenous Spirits, I believe it was in the Sylvanas patch a long time ago. Ravenous Spirits doesn't see much more play, especially when they have good stuns and interrupts, like Tyrael in this example. Tyrael can just charge me from a distance and stop my Ravenous Spirits channel, so it's going to be useless. Gargantuan, on the other hand, provides me with some very solid and reliable damage. Can I save this? No, I cannot save the Nova. With some solid and reliable damage, like so. Nope, Void Prison. Never mind. I'm going to spawn it anyway because he interrupted me, he void prisoned me as I was summoning the Gargantuan. I managed to get the zombie wall up to stop the Zeratul. There's a Tyrael with a top on top of him, but it's not going to be enough to kill me because Zeratul is here, my spiders are here, my Gargantuan is here, and now we need to find a way to get things off this thing to let Zeratul get that. Get it, Zeratul, come on, I am going to zone for you. I'm sorry, guys, my commentary is so stupid today. As I said, this is like the first video I do in, what, 2 weeks? The last one was the Butcher special. This is a Zeratul, I'm going to zombie wall myself. It did not kill me, but it damn well got close to it. I could go back in, as long as I see the Zeratul and they do not let him charge me, I can definitely do damage to this enemy fort. I can throw my plagues, my plague of toads. By the way, your plague of toads does a lot of damage if all the toads hit their target. So the best way to use it is to, for example, stop this thing right here so they can chase us. The best way to use it is in close quarters. If an enemy is right in your face and you drop the plague of toads on top of them, they are going to take the damage from all the toads, which in turn will do a lot of damage. Every toad does what? 125? 126 damage. Ooh, this is good. Go zombie wall, go everything else. This is a good setup for a dead duo. Very good void prison from the Zeratul and very good follow-up from our team. We got a triple kill right there. We are going to be picking up sprints because we don't have any escape on Zeebo, and this will allow us to get one. A very good one. Actually, it's arguable if sprint of Bolt of the Storm are better escapes. Of course, Bolt of the Storm is a much higher escape potential, and it also has a lower cooldown, so no, it's not arguable. I was reading on Reddit the other day an argument that was considering Kerrigan builds. Am I going to die to do this? An argument considering Kerrigan build, since the nerfs to Blood for Blood, well, it was not really a nerf for Blood, it was for assassins, but not for example, Asmodee. Well, since the change to Blood for Blood, and my thoughts are getting sideways today. Since the changes to Blood for Blood and the nerf to Venom got nerfed because now its damage is done in 10 seconds rather than in 5, the Kerrigan build I was using, which was the 8 skills build, people were arguing if to go for an auto-attack focus build, taking Nexus Blades at level 20 instead of Bolt of the Storm, and taking Sprint over Double Strike at level 13. I was reading that people were arguing that Sprint might have been a better escape than Bolt of the Storm, but I really don't know how that is. I think this hammer used this thing. No, it didn't. Okay, let's go back. Sprint lasts longer, and Bolt of the Storm can be easily countered by an enemy's Bolt of the Storm, I guess. But still, Bolt of the Storm lets you gain more distance faster. What is this? More distance faster, and you don't. And it has a lower cooldown, but it's still, the enemy can still bolt after you and catch up to you immediately, while Sprint lasts longer. So you can gain more distance over more time, true, but more distance nonetheless. I don't know. This is not what we are talking about today. We're talking about Zeebo, and Zeebo doesn't have, well, he does have Bolt of the Storm at level 20, but he doesn't have any other good level 13 talents besides maybe Ice Block, if you want to go for Ice Block if they have like a Nova, but they don't have a Nova, so I'm happy to go for Sprint. I've also seen builds with Thoughts of Hugeness and Dead Rush if you want to go for less survivability and more damage, but I still believe that Zeebo needs that extra survivability due to him not having any escape mechanism whatsoever. Let's go reinforce our team up in the top lane. Looks like they are fighting the Tyrael back there. Our Zeratul is in trouble. If he doesn't have the Void Prison, he is going to eat the dust, and he does indeed bite the dust. Can I land the zombie wall to trap him? I cannot, but I can make it so. He is forced to go into the Nova's ultimate ability, Precision Strike. At level 16 we pick up Leaping Spiders. Now our spiders are going to jump on top of their targets and deal 25% more damage. As I said, this is a spider build. I don't care what people say, I'm going to throw spiders. That made no sense, but doesn't matter. As I said, forgive if my commentary is kinda lame today. I've said that so many times now that I'm kinda starting to look desperate. And I hope that does not stop you from watching this video, because, well, let's be honest, nobody even watches my videos. I'm just a silly Italian guy doing silly things. And if anybody watches my videos, because, oh wait, there's a team fight going on. I'm still sidetracked. Looks like this Zeratul wants the blood of our Arthas. He might be able to take it, but he's going to pay with his life for it. Thanks to my leaping spiders, we are able to take the thing, and thanks to Sindragosa, we are able to still fight in this conundrum. Is conundrum a good word? I don't know. In this predicament for the kill on Zeratul, looks like Nova is going to attack this enemy Tyrael. We can definitely kill this Tyrael before he does anything to our Nova. But our Nova needs to get out of the explosion, and she does barely that. Can I block this enemy Sergeant Hammer? I can definitely block the Sergeant Hammer thanks to my zombie wall, and now we need to get the fuck out of here. Actually, I think I can... Oh, there's also Kalthas. I cannot do all these guys. I can start annoying him with my spiders, and since Kalthas does not have any way to regenerate health, that damage is going to stick on top of him without any possibility for healing, because they do not have any healer unless Abathur went for the healing carapace, which he didn't. He cannot heal at all outside of regen globes and the fountain, which is a very good thing for me because this build is very good at dealing sticky damage to the targets. I'm going to Gargantuan this just to make sure I don't take any damage taking this camp whatsoever, and the Gargantuan has a relatively short cooldown because the cooldown still goes even while the Gargantuan is out. What is with these frame drops? What is happening? No, no, yes, no, oh Jesus, this was tense, the most intense disconnect I've ever seen. Looks like it's fine though, I reconnected immediately to the game. Looks like Zeratul and Nova want to gank the enemy Kel'Thas and the enemy Tyrael that are trying to get this mercenary camp. Let's try to trap them and do things to them. The enemy Zeratul is on me. I'm going to sprint immediately to get out of his reach. Can I do it though? If he gets the cooldown once again on the spike, he's going to kill me, but the Void Prison comes down from our friendly Zeratul and we are going to be able to stay alive. We are doing a lot of damage to them thanks to my spiders. Look at all the damage. This was only my spiders doing the damage to the Kel'Thas, and as I said, the damage is going to stick. Looks like the enemy Tyrael is looking for blood. He wants to kill our friendly Nova, but he's not going to be able to because Nova lives in Juk City, and our Zeratul is going to try and 1v3 the enemy team because there's at least 3 of them down here, and see, let's see if he can. Nope, Abathur mines on top of a Sergeant Timer with a Zeratul right there. Goodbye Zeratul. Also, there was shit, I didn't notice I was doing this. Also, there was Tyrael ulting. Am I dead? I hope I'm not dead. Also, there was... Oh, no. No! Stop it, you Zeratul! Damn it! Also, there was a Tyrael charging, which means that Tyrael doesn't have the ultimate, but the Butcher is going to charge and kill the enemy. Sergeant Timer with Zeratul and Tyrael were charging me while chasing me. Also, this Butcher is going to kill the enemy. No, he's not, but very close to kill the enemy Zeratul. And this Nova is going to duel this enemy Tyrael. You don't get it, the Butcher. I don't know what does it mean. I mean, it means the kill on Zeratul. Can he kill the enemy Tyrael? Yes, that's a kill for a kill, but our team is dominated while they still have 2 members alive. One of them is Abathur, the other was Zeratul that had like 1 HP, and at level 20 we could pick Humongoid, which increases the damage done by the Gargantuan against non-heroic targets, which means Abathur taking the shrine is so cute, by 100%, or we can go for Bolt of the Storm. Since they have a very dive heavy team with Tyrael and Zeratul, I think I'll go for Bolt of the Storm. In any other situation, if they don't have a dive heavy composition, I would have gotten the Humongoid because it's very good to push with the Humongoid. It does a silly amount of damage, like Dragon Knight levels of damage to enemy structures. That includes, of course, the core. But since I prefer staying alive in this particular game, I can just pick up the Bolt of the Storm. Looks like this monstrosity is going to die without accomplishing much. I can use the R of my Gargantuan to cleave down this enemy. And did I explain how my Gargantuan works? Everything I right-click, he attacks as well. What's going on down there? They have a thingy, a Dragon Knight, but I don't think they can do much with it. It's already at 50% HP. We are going to be... Ooh, lambs to the slaughter to the enemy Sergeant Temper. This Sergeant Temper has nowhere to go. This Dragon Knight is trying to fight, which is the worst thing you can do with the Dragon Knight. I am still going to have to stack up to my passive, so let's kill some minions in the meantime. Looks like we lose a Butcher that tried to go a bit too deep. Look at my leaping spiders leaping on top of the Dragon Knight. I don't know the living shit out of him. Let's try to... I cannot wall the Dragon Knight if If you didn't know, the Dragon Knight just walks past things like Force Wall and the Zombie Wall. Can I get out of this enemy material? I definitely can. Looks like our Arthas and our Zeratul. I need to get out of here again. Let's Zombie Wall these minions because I don't want to get killed. Our Zeratul and our Arthas went deep and managed to get a kill on Kel'Thas as well, but now Arthas is in a very tough spot being chased down by Tyrael. If Tyrael gets the help of Abathur, or even Zeratul for that matter, is going to be really bad for us. I am going to Zombie Wall this Tyrael. Will I miss? Of course I will miss. The roots land from Arthas though, and that's a dead Tyrael. Can he hit me with the thing? He cannot. This Zeratul now is all alone. He only has Abathur alive, and Zeratul is still alive, I guess. Did our Zeratul die? No? Where did their Zeratul go? I don't know. Wasn't there Zeratul inside the Dragon Knight? But they managed to destroy a keep. I don't know how. Oh, because Abathur is somewhere in the bottom lane. That's how. Our Zeratul should start looking for Abathur. Look for Abathur. It was bot. Maybe this will let Zeratul look for Abathur. That, as I said, was bottom lane. I don't know if he got the memo. It definitely is looking for him. He's probably by his tower. He should be able to kill him. I mean, he should have rewind by this point. Does he have rewind? Come on, Zeratul. No, Nexus Blades is a melee Zeratul with Void Prison. I've seen a couple of these lately, but I don't understand. Why would you go melee Zeratul with Void Prison? Void Prison is one of the best, if not the best ultimate in the game. But why would you go melee Zeratul like ever? I don't get it. Anyway, let's pop sprint because my finger was in the wrong position. Did I mention that I did not play much the past couple of days, week, whatever? We managed to kill the Kel'Thas, we managed to get this bottom camp, we lose a Nova in the process. Overall, it's a kill and a camp for us and only a kill for them, so I guess we are above them in this particular scenario. Let's plop down a zombie wall that's going to trap the enemy Sergeant Timer. Let's pop everything we have inside the zombie wall and let's try to get the fuck out of this enemy Tyrael. I need to get help. I need to jump into this Void Prison. Looks like the Butcher is coming down to help us once again. If this Zeratul turns and tries to kill me, I have nothing to do to stop him because I don't have anything to use to escape. I used both my bolt and my sprint. My sprint actually was a big mistake for me to use because, as I said, it's one of the only means I have to survive in these team fights and reposition because Zeebo has no mobility whatsoever. Let's go ahead and AoE this thing while focusing down with our basic attacks. This monstrosity that has no chance of doing too much. We can still body block this, not body block, but freeze this lane up here so our towers don't waste ammo. If you wonder what I mean by that, I can tank some of the damage the minions do to myself and block the lane, freeze the lane technically speaking, in a place I want the lane to be frozen so these two structures do not waste ammo on them and they will have ammo to then fight another day. Let's see what we can do. Looks like the enemy Kel'Thas is going to go bot lane to try and snatch that bottom shrine. Looks like the enemy Abathur is top lane somewhere, but I am going to try and steal this top shrine before anyone can do anything. If Abathur has balls, he's going to come here and slap me in the face. He doesn't have balls, I don't blame him, he will die, like immediately. Can I find it? Oh, there's a little thingy here. This Locust Nest is going to go down, that's not a problem. If you don't know, the Locust Nest will not give me passive the Voodoo Ritual stacks either. So that's something else you might want to know for Science of the Storm. Looks like Nova is chasing down the enemy Abathur. Can we get a hold of this temple? I don't know if there is an enemy inside this place, but there's an enemy Kel'Thas that's trying to stop me. The bomb is going to explode and interrupt me again. I cannot stay here, definitely cannot stay here, unless my team tries to zone them out. I got hit by another flame strike and I'm pretty much out of the fight, because as soon as someone comes and tries to ult me or whatever, I am going to die horribly. Well, in the base though, I'm not still completely useless. I can push this back and get a couple more stacks. Looks like Abathur repositioned on bot again. At least his Locust Nest is down bot because Abathur is dead. So I need to find that thing and destroy it because it's being annoying. Looks like it's very close, so I guess it's in this bush or in this crevasse. Is that a crevasse? This thing right here. It should be around here somewhere. Where did you put it, Abathur? Where did you put that thing? I don't know. But I'm venturing a bit too far for my tastes. I am pushing back this thing, admittedly, but... Oh, it's right here. How did I miss that? I don't think Kel'Thas can kill me if I play my cards right. I do manage to dodge that. I can bolt back this way. Minions! No! Minions! But it should be dead, right? Gotta get one! But if the spiders get the kill first! Oh yeah, but they got the Dragon Knight. We most likely lose this game. This was such a lame video. Oh my god, but I was desperate to get a video out. If not after death. By the way, I will talk about that in a second. If they don't go straight for the core, like, why are they stopping to kill this? I don't know. We have 3 dead. They can just go for the core and kill it. I hate when people do this. I will actually dedicate an episode of Science of the Storm only to this matter. A Dragon Knight, 22 minutes in, level 24, if there is not 5 people focusing you down, can kill the core on its own. By the way, what was the Butcher talking about in the most recent patch? Kerrigan and Jaina and I think it was also Raynor can control their ultimates after they die as well. So they could control the Banshees, the Water Elemental and the Ultralisk after they die by pressing the R button. That is very good because it makes those ultimates even more valuable than they already were. But Zeebo cannot. Zeebo cannot control his Gargantuan at all. Why did he have a shield? Storm Shield works on the Dragon Knight, apparently. Okay, the more you know. Storm Shield works on the Dragon Knight. That's not what I wanted to say. This Zeratul is trying to escape. There's also a Keltas down there. Can I land the thing, the zombie wall? I cannot, but looks like the Butcher was going down deep. But the Sindragosa is going to connect with Zeratul, but he does not have the level 20 upgrade. Look at the Butcher go. As we saw, the Butcher can still run after its target after the Void Prison ends. Looks like Abathur died again by the ends, combined ends, I think it was, of Zeratul and Nova. We need to push back all lanes because we are in a bit of trouble. If we get in the next Dragon Knight, I think we can still win. As I said, if the enemy team does not commit 100% in stopping the Dragon Knight as a 5-man team, they will never have enough DPS to bring it down. Especially with a team like theirs. I mean, Sergeant Tamer and Keltas sure can do a lot of work to it, but Abathur, Zeratul and Tyrael will not contribute that much to bring it down. They have bursty DPS, they have bursty damage, but in terms of straight on DPS, they do not bring much to the table. So actually I think that even with their team composition, even if they all focus down the Dragon Knight, we will still be able to just right click the core and destroy it. Looks like there's a big team fight going on right here. The enemy Tyrael is going after our friendly Zeratul, which is going after the enemy Sergeant Tamer. That's the train of love if I ever saw one. Can I block the enemy Tyrael with my thingy? I cannot, but I can send my Gargantuan after someone. I can definitely kill this guy with my spiders. My leaping spiders will be more than enough to get the kill on that guy. But now I still have to deal with this fucking Keltas. My Gargantuan is on top of him. I need to bolt. I had my bolt on cooldown. I thought I still had it and I was able to bolt out of his flame strike, but I was not able to. Now the enemy Abathur is trolling us, is putting this thing right here. If Arthas goes and even sneezes at him, he's going to die, but he's not going to do so. And yeah, the flame strike is doing a lot of damage to us. Looks like Nova isn't too pleased with that. You can see how much damage Keltas is doing. Their damage is much higher than our damage, even if our kills are kinda close and our levels are kinda close. They are ahead a level, but we've been sort of even throughout the majority of the game. Looks like they are just now getting the bottom shrine. If Abathur wants to go up here, he can take the top shrine and let Keltas take the middle, the Dragon Knight itself. But looks like Zeratul did, because Abathur still had his deep tunnel in cooldown when he went here to plant down his Locust Nest, and this should be GG, because this Dragon Knight can easily right-click on the core. As I said, at this point, just right-click on the core, lift your hands off the keyboard like you don't care, and it's going to be fine. Looks like Zeratul is going to fight Nova. Nova is going to almost kill Zeratul, but the Dragon Knight is still trying to gain time. Who's in the Dragon Knight? It's the enemy Keltas. He should just right-click the core, really. His team can just back it off as soon as they spawn. While they're doing that, I will try to at least slow down the push from the enemy Abathur. Can I wall in, these enemy Keltas? I can. This Gargantuan can try and do some damage onto this enemy Dragon Knight. Let's plop some more spiders. Let's plop some more toads on top of it. He's going to right click the thing, but now he is going to have very little HP. A good Void Prison from our friendly Zeratul will give us enough time to at least destroy the Monstrosity. And down the Monstrosity goes, and now it's only the Dragon Knight and this enemy enemy Sergeant Hammer. Our Zeratul needs to focus down the enemy Sergeant Hammer because it's going to do a lot of damage, as much, if not more, than the Dragon Knight over the course of this fight, but it's not going to matter because we are going to die anyway. As I said, if we had done this way earlier in the game, this game would have been over much sooner, but they didn't. Sorry once again if my commentary was all over the place. I still have to get back into the right mindset to do these videos. I will try to at least give you 3 videos a week, guys. A lot of business things, a lot of things I have to attend to, but yeah. That said, I am SunGlare, the Italian gamer, signing out. As always, thank you all so much for watching. I love you guys with all my heart. This is what I love doing, so I will try to do it as much as I can. Kisses and bro hugs to everybody. See you next time.